Today, we're breaking down the top 5 reasons people stack silver, and some of these might actually surprise you. So let's not waste any time and let's get right into it. Starting with number 5, portfolio diversification, and this one matters more than most people realize. If you're like most investors, most of your money is sitting in stocks, bonds, 401ks, and index funds. And all of those are fine, but here is the problem. They all tend to move together. When the stock market panics, when your bonds dip, your mutual funds also dip. When your retirement account dips, everything connected to Wall Street tends to get hurt at the same time. Silver and precious metals are what are called non-correlated assets, meaning they don't follow the same patterns as stocks and bonds. When traditional markets take a dive, silver and gold hold steady or even go up. Think about 2008, the COVID crash. Precious metals were the cushion when everything else was falling. Financial advisors have preached diversification forever, but most people diversify within the stock market. Different sectors, different funds, and silver and gold take your diversification outside of the financial market entirely, and that is a completely different kind of protection. Number 4, silver will never go to zero. And I know that sounds like a low bar, but think about it. Can you say that about your stocks and crypto? Can you say that about your savings account at a bank, which could theoretically fail? Silver is a tangible, physical commodity that has intrinsic value that exists completely independent of any government, any bank, or any financial institution. It has been used as money for thousands of years. Persian coins, Greek traders, the Roman Empire, all the way up to the US coinage right up until 1965. Those dimes and quarters in your grandparents' change jars are 90% silver. And that history does matter. Silver isn't some speculative asset that somebody invented. It's one of the oldest stores of value in human civilization. And unlike paper money, which has a 100% failure rate throughout history when governments abuse it, silver has always retained real value. It is not going to zero, it's not going to zero tomorrow, and it's not going to go to zero in 100 years. Reason number 3, the gold to silver ratio, and this is where it gets interesting for investors. Right now, 1 ounce of gold buys about 63 ounces of silver, so that would be called the gold to silver ratio. And 63 is not that bad, but here's the thing, just a few years ago, like during the COVID panic in 2020, that ratio shot to above 120. That's one of the most lopsided readings in modern history, and people who bought silver at that moment made out extremely well as the ratio compressed back down. So the ratio swings, and it swings hard, and savvy precious metals investors use it as a timing signal. When gold can buy a lot of silver, silver is cheap relative to gold, and historically, that's been a good time to buy. When that ratio compresses back down, meaning silver catches up, that's when you see real gains. Even at 63 today, the ratio has historically averaged closer to 40 to 50 in modern times, and some analysts argue that the natural ratio based on how much of each metal exists in the Earth's crust is closer to 15 to 1. So there's a real case that silver has a meaningful room to just go on a run based on the ratio reversion before even factoring in inflation or industrial demand. And here's the upside potential that gold just doesn't have. Silver is a much smaller market, gold is a multi-trillion-dollar market, and silver is tiny by comparison. Which means when money flows into precious metals, and it historically always does during times of financial stress, silver tends to move faster and further than gold. It underperforms gold when prices are falling, but it can dramatically outperform when prices are rising. Higher risk and higher potential reward. Reason number 2, industrial demand. This is silver's secret weapon that most people completely overlook. Silver isn't just a monetary metal sitting in vaults. It is one of the most useful industrial metals on the planet. It has the highest electrical conductivity of any element, even higher than copper and higher than gold, which means it shows up in everything: solar panels, electric vehicles, batteries, computers, cell phones, medical devices, and nanotechnology. Here's the thing that makes this so compelling right now. The industries demanding silver the most are the fastest growing in the world. Solar energy alone is projected to scale massively over the next decade, and silver is a critical component in every single photovoltaic cell part of the EV build out. The green energy transition, all of it runs on silver. And unlike gold, silver gets consumed, it gets used up. Once it's in a solar panel or a circuit board, it's often not worth it to recover it. So you have a flat mining supply on one side and a surging industrial consumption on the other, and some analysts are already pointing to a structural silver deficit forming over the next several years. And whether that plays out exactly or not, like that, the fundamental demand picture for silver is compelling in a way like it's never quite been before. And reason number one, and this does not show up in the financial reports, but it's the reason that turns casual buyers into lifelong stackers, and that is it's tangible. The simple fact that silver is real and you can hold it in your hand. Think about your financial life for a second. Your paycheck hits your bank account, just numbers on a screen. Your 401k balance, more numbers on the screen. Your brokerage account, your crypto, your savings, all basically just numbers on a screen. They're abstract and digital and dependent on the systems and institutions that you have zero control over. Silver and precious metals are the opposite of that. You can hold them in your hand, they have weight, it's solid, and it exists in the physical world in a way that cannot be hacked, cannot be deleted, cannot be frozen by a bank, and cannot be inflated away by a central bank printing more money at 3 in the morning. And people who start buying silver often say the same thing. It changes how you think about money. When you have to go physically acquire something and you hold it and put it in a safe, you become more deliberate about saving. There's a mindfulness to it that you just don't get clicking a button on a brokerage app. There's also something deeper going on. Silver connects you to thousands of years of human history. Every civilization that ever built something used silver as money. Holding a silver coin, even a modern one, connects you to that. It's not sentimental, it's a reminder that real wealth has always been something tangible, something real, not a number on someone else's computer. And that's why people don't just buy silver once. They tend to stack, and then they keep going because holding real money feels fundamentally different from watching numbers on a screen. And once you feel that difference, it is hard to go back. All right, let's bring it home. So to recap, the top 5 reasons people stack silver. Number 5, portfolio diversification, a non-correlated asset that cushions you when markets crash. Number 4, silver will never go to zero. It has thousands of years of history as a monetary value and intrinsic industrial value to back it up. Number 3, the gold to silver ratio. Silver is historically undervalued relative to gold, with far more upside potential. Number 2, industrial demand. Solar, EVs, and modern tech are consuming silver faster than it's being mined. And number 1, tangibility. Real money you can hold that no one can hack, freeze, inflate, or delete. Is silver right for everybody? No, it's volatile, it doesn't pay dividends, and you do need to think about storage. These are real trade-offs. But if any of these 5 reasons resonated, pick up 1 ounce, $75, and see how it feels to hold real money in your hand. Drop a comment, tell me why you started stacking, or you're thinking about it. I read and try to respond to every single comment. And hit subscribe if you want more content like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.